Picture this. It's the 1940s. The world is at war. London is shrouded in darkness. The air thick with the dust of fallen buildings and the haunting wail of air raid sirens. This is the Blitz. Night after night, the city endures a relentless aerial bombardment. Amidst the chaos and fear, one figure stands as an unwavering symbol of defiance. Winston Churchill, his voice crackling over the radio, becomes the nation's lifeline. His words a fortress against despair, and with him, always, is his signature companion. A constant presence in photographs, in strategy meetings, and in public appearances, the iconic cigar. It's more than just a habit. It's part of the man, a punctuation mark to his powerful speeches, and a steady presence in a world turned upside down. But what if I told you that one of these cigars, a half-smoked stub, would one day be valued at a staggering $50,000? It sounds incredible, doesn't it? How can a simple, partially consumed cigar be worth more than a luxury car? To understand that, we need to go beyond the tobacco and the smoke. We need to look at the man, the moment, and the powerful symbolism wrapped within those fragile brown leaves. This isn't just a story about a cigar. It's a story about resilience, leadership, and the small object that came to represent the unshakable spirit of a nation at war. It's a tangible piece of history, infused with the very essence of one of the most critical moments of the 20th century. Churchill was famous for his love of cigars, particularly those from Cuba. His preferred brand was Romeo and Juliet, and he was rarely seen without one. He was said to smoke between 8 and 10 cigars a day. They were so integral to his persona that he even had a special flying helmet designed with a whole image so he could smoke while travelling in unpressurized aircraft. His cigars weren't just a personal indulgence. They were a prop, a tool of his statecraft. He would use them to pause for thought during a tense negotiation, to project an aura of calm confidence, or to add a theatrical flourish to a point he was making. The cigar became an extension of his personality, robust, bold, and utterly unapologetic. Now, let's talk about the specific cigar that fetched such a mind-boggling price. This wasn't just any cigar from one of his humidors. This particular one has a very specific and well-documented story. It was smoked on May 14, 1941, at a pivotal moment. That evening, Churchill had attended a cabinet meeting. Following the meeting, he was being driven away when he was urgently called back to number 10 Downing Street. In his haste, he extinguished the cigar he was smoking in an ashtray before heading back inside. A Downing Street employee, a man named A.E.P. Hensley, saw his chance to grab a piece of history. He carefully retrieved the discarded half of the cigar, which was about 4 inches long. Realizing its potential significance, he wrote a note on official Downing Street stationery to authenticate it. The note read, "This cigar was smoked by the Prime Minister in the Cabinet Room, 10 Downing Street, on the evening of the 14th of May, 1941, saved from a fire by A.E.P. Hensley." He even sent a telegram to his friend, asking them to preserve the note, further cementing its provenance. It's in the story, the provenance, and the direct connection to the man himself. Firstly, the authenticity is impeccable. The note from the Downing Street employee, the telegram, it's all there. A clear chain of custody linking this object directly back to Churchill's hand and lips. This isn't just a cigar like one Churchill would have smoked. It was one he smoked. Secondly, consider the timing. May 1941 was a dark and crucial period of the war. Just 4 days earlier, London had suffered one of the most destructive nights of the Blitz. The Houses of Parliament were hit. The future was uncertain. This cigar was smoked in the very heart of the British war effort, at a time of immense pressure and consequence. It's a relic from the crucible of wartime leadership. This cigar is what historians and collectors call an artifact of association. Its value is derived entirely from its connection to a famous person and a significant event. Think of it like a musician's guitar or an artist's paintbrush. The object itself might be ordinary, but its history makes it extraordinary. Owning it is like owning a tangible fragment of Churchill's life. You can almost imagine the scene, the scent of smoke in the cabinet room, the weight of the world on his shoulders, the determined look in his eyes. The cigar becomes a portal to that moment. It has absorbed the atmosphere of one of history's most dramatic chapters. For a collector, possessing it is the closest they can get to shaking the hand of the man who promised blood, toil, tears, and sweat, and delivered victory. The market for historical memorabilia is driven by this desire for connection. People will pay fortunes for a lock of a president's hair, a signed document, or a piece of clothing worn during a famous event. Each item tells a story, and the story of this cigar is particularly compelling. It wasn't carefully preserved in a box for posterity. It was discarded, rescued from an ashtray, a forgotten remnant of a busy night. That raw, unfiltered reality makes it even more authentic. It wasn't meant to be sane, which is precisely why it's so special. It captures a fleeting, private moment in the life of a very public figure. The price tag, then, reflects not just its historical importance, but also its rarity and the powerful human desire to connect with our heroes and the epic stories they lived. Beyond this $150,000 stub, Churchill's image remains inextricably linked with his cigars. They are a core part of his enduring legacy. In countless statues and portraits, he is depicted with one either in hand or in his mouth. The cigar helps to craft the image of the bulldog spirit, tenacious, unyielding, and resolute. It projected an image of a leader who was not rattled by the immense pressures of war. While bombs fell, Churchill sat, calmly puffing on his cigar, projecting an air of control and steadfastness that was profoundly reassuring to the British people and to the Allied forces. It was a brilliant piece of personal branding, long before that term even existed. It symbolized luxury and defiance in a time of rationing and austerity. While the average citizen was making do with less, Churchill's cigar was a statement that Britain would not be cowed into submission. It was a small, personal act of rebellion against the bleakness of war. A symbol that life's pleasures, and by extension, civilization itself, were worth fighting for. The smoke curling up from his cigar was like a signal of defiance, a visual counterpoint to the smoke rising from the bombed-out ruins of London. It said, "We are still here, we are still fighting, and we will not be broken." In the end, the story of Churchill's cigar is about how an ordinary object can become a powerful symbol. It's a testament to the man's immense character and his mastery of public image. That half-smoked cigar, rescued from an ashtray on a frantic night in 1941, is more than just a collector's item. It's a tiny, tangible piece of a global struggle. It represents a moment when the fate of the free world hung in the balance, and a leader's calm resolve, symbolized by something as simple as a cigar, helped to light the way through the darkness. It's a reminder that sometimes the most profound stories are found in the smallest of details. The cigar is not just an accessory, it is an artifact of leadership, a relic of resilience, and a smoky whisper from one of history's most definitive voices. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the amazing stories hidden within history. See you in the next video.